Hello everyone and welcome back to a new episode of Village of Shadows. If you're watching on YouTube and will like the video, subscribe to the channel and click that little bell to be notified when I post again. And check me on Twitch, Dungeons with Shepherd, link in the description below.
Summertime when there's no mention of it.
Alright, last time we left off with you all leaving the farmstead of a weary farmer.
Old man.
Old Man Jenkins. The fact I didn't actually name him Old Man Jenkins amazes me.
By the way,
Yes.
I forgot to mention Thif, while they were leaving, left a little canister of lavender tea for him.
Aww.
For the old man. I forgot to mention that last stream.
Right, that's sweet.
You always have so much freaking tea.
She always carries tea, and if she can, alcohol, but she can't with this one.
She doesn't have a bag of holding, she has a bag of tea.
She has a bag of tea, exactly. A tea bag, to be exact. Well,
It's
hey.
just like a pocket somewhere in this dress that just is nothing but tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you have one?
I don't even have a shirt.
True, he's not.
I got a bag that's nothing but cow chops.
We are the strangest group of individuals ever to walk the land.
This is very odd.
I'm sorry to
You
hear
were
that,
saying Shepherd.
Fadrickson. I hope it gets better for you. Stream dead? I don't. That's a shame.
Oh.
Maybe
he's
next
gone.
time.
He's much off.
I was talking to Shep. Someone watching is having a really bad time, like, connecting, which is sad. So, yes. Last time, you all left the homestead of a wary farmer who was the individual who found a gem, a stone that was basically presented to him, as he kind of described it, in a massive boulder that had landed basically at his doorstep. You left after a night's rest full of nightmares for most of you, including the farmer, and made your way into the mists of Anhu towards the outpost, where you were told that the last killing had occurred on one of the villagers. As you were making your way, you had a interaction with a fairly easily dispatched undead, of which Thif procured the skull of, which was its entirety.
Yes. Good.
And it now sits beside popcorn in your bag.
And before Thif does a last poor Yorick monologue. Nothing.
I don't know what that word means.
Neither do I.
Monologue I know. The other one I don't.
The alas, poor Yorick.
I don't know what that means.
Alas, poor Yorick, I knew ye well.
Oh.
Words.
Oh, orange.
Multiple words.
A
series of
F.
words. F?
F.
F?
Actually, you know what? I'll give that a D.
Oh. That okay, that kind of F. Grading F.
Oh.
Grading F.
Okay.
Okay.
Going under the desk now.
You got a passing grade. I don't know what you're so sad about.
D minus.
And you know what? It's even better because it's a Canadian grade. So you got like 50% and it passed.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't that D and no? No, a D is actually higher in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Canada, you just need 50% to pass.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why we're so polite?
Uh,
How's it going, eh?
How's it
oh,
going?
hey, how's it going?
Now that I've pissed off all the Canadians watching.
And the one you're playing
good.
with.
Hello.
No, she'll strangle me later, I know
Oh,
that.
okay, cool. Um,
No, I'm good.
So, yes.
I live for the bad Canadian accent. Great.
Sorry.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
oops, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Well, hey there. Poser.
I'm going to hell.
Anyway, Shepard. Our
Yes.
apologies.
It's your game. This is how you want to spend it, sure. So you approach the abandoned lookout post, which is in a state of shambles. The walls crumbling in on themselves, fog heavily obscuring the area. As you approach, this eerie sensation that this abandoned area brings to you, ever present.
This is definitely not a nice feeling. Do I see anything in my immediate area?
Give me a perception check.
16.
All right, with a 16, in your immediate area, as you look around, is there anything specific you're looking for?
Um, perhaps clues, footprints. I know that we were following like the really big, like a heavy
Yes,
footprints.
yes,
M-
the really big, heavy
maybe,
footprints.
yeah, maybe other footprints. Maybe if there was like a scuffle.
No, do we
Something.
even know what they look like? We apparently thought they were holes.
Mm.
Yeah. That is true. You did roll a 1 and a -1, or 3 and a -1, something like that. It was funny. It was funny. A -1 was hilarious. Anyway, uh,
I was the one that discovered that there were footprints and there was a drag mark with those footprints.
also true.
The two nobles don't deal with mud.
Usually I have somebody for this kind of thing.
So shall we begin our investigation?
But before you do that, when you're 16, as you look around, just giving the area a once over before you fully enter. Uh, the drag mark and the footprints do lead up to this area. Once they hit the stonework, because there's a layer of stonework that is kind of covered in with debris, mud, a thin layer of grasses, moss. Once they kind of get to this stone, they do seem to cease, as it is not a thick layer of mud anymore that they are dragging through.
Okay.
Hello, my fair-minded friends. I have to admit that normally my go-to in a situation like this is to proudly go in and announce myself, but I get the feeling that the two of you might want to do this a bit more quietly.
Yeah. Well,
That may be the smartest thing you said all day. So.
it's is this area right here open? Like it's an open inside into the barracks or the wall?
Yes, that area, like many of the walls in this area, have actually collapsed and are fallen down, and you can see inside to a great portion of many of this area. This is one of those areas where the wall has fallen down. And you can kind of peer inside. Inside, there isn't really much of anything. Most of the equipment that would have been here has since been removed. There are some boxes and crates and whatnot that have been left behind. Many of them already opened. You can't really see what is in them, if anything, from this distance. You have to go up to them and look.
I should still have detect good and evil because I recast it when we got here.
How long does that last?
10 minutes?
10 minutes? It would have went out by now.
Damn. All right. Well, I could cast it again, but then I would be left with 2 more first level spells. Not bad. Should I do it again?
Get the distinct impression that if there's something evil here, it's going to announce itself pretty readily.
Fair enough. All right. Sif is gonna cautiously begin walking this way.
Oh, and you do cast Detect Good and Evil again? Oh, no.
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
She's gonna be mindful for any traps or tracks. If
Traps
she
or
finds,
traps?
yep, traps or tracks.
All right. If you're looking around for traps or tracks or anything like that, give me an investigation check. We'll be at disadvantage because of the fog.
Okay.
Linju's just gonna look back at Swift and just be like, and just kind of tell him, you know, you have a tendency to disappear, so I'm just going to kind of assume that you do what you do best.
19. She's gonna continue forward.
That was perception.
Yeah, perception.
You need investigation.
Oh fuck. Okay, sorry.
What's your bonus to it? Do you have a bonus to it?
I'll just
You can just hit the button. We'll use the 14.
hold on. Investigation. I have 2. Yeah, I have it's a 2, a +2 to it, so that would be a
16.
16. Yep.
Well, this bird is going to go stealth.
Linju's also going to try and be stealthy here.
Alright, Tiff, are you also going stealth? Are you stealthing at all?
Yeah.
Okay, roll stealth for me. Ninja, you also roll stealth?
I am not a quiet snake.
I am
Neither
hiding!
am
I am also hiding!
Tiff tries to be quiet, and then, of course, her signature, she just trips over. Just.
I didn't even say anything that time.
Swift kind of places his hand on the front of his beak, just like, oh god, it's amateur hour.
I'm 18 feet long. I can't figure out where the other end of my tail is.
I literally have 2 sticks on my back.
Alright, so, alright, 16 with your investigation check as you look for traps. Let me pull up this. I'm looking at my looking at the wrong thing. Alas, it was just a ploy to get you to freak out.
God.
Oh, was it?
Oh God.
But with your 16, as you look around for traps, or tracks, you do see tracks. You see just a faint set of muddied boot prints kind of going across this stone floor. Brick floor? Stone? Brick? Laid out brick?
So, like, along here?
From where you're standing, going straight out. Going south, below you. Down.
Oh, so going this way.
Yeah.
Alright.
But you do not see any traps or anything like that.
Well, since Tiff literally just tripped over her own feet again and sprawled out into the middle of the freaking courtyard, she's just gonna stand up, brush herself off, and be like, oh, fuck stealth, and continue going forward.
No, I'm starting to feel that you just like being prone.
Excuse me.
Well, you're constantly tripping over yourself, and it doesn't seem like something that you could really do without doing it on purpose. Unless, of course, you're being distracted.
What would
Wagger's
I have?
brow.
What would I have to be distracted about?
I wonder. Just
Oh.
slithers forward.
Oh, bird. That's a pretty bird.
I deal with the magic, not stealth. Even if I try.
So I'm kind of separated from the group. Could I even get up where my token is at right now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a roof currently, but you could go inside because there is a wall that is like broken down, so you could go inside. We would just say you'll be inside. It's kind of what.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
I'm checking inside.
okay. Give me a well. What are you looking for first of all, and then I'll tell you what kind of check. Right.
I'm investigating for clues or anything that could be useful.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
And is it with a disadvantage or advantage since I'm inside?
It would be disadvantaged because the fog is going around all corners that it can get into.
Oh, then
so-
I would like to use the Kenku's new ability called Kenku Recall. And since investigation is one of the skills that I chose, you can give yourself advantage on a skill check your proficiency before rolling the d20.
Before rolling d20. Oof.
Okay.
Now we know.
Okay.
Now we know for
Now
future.
we know.
But 5, unfortunately, is what it stands up. But as you look around for any kind of clues or to kind of tell you what this place is or where this individual may be, if there is one, or what the individual may be, you do find that there are some muddied footprints going along bits of this floor. Just kind of like just passing through this area.
I will follow them.
What was that?
I will follow the footprints.
You follow them? Okay. You follow the footprints and they kind of lead you down this hallway, going throughout the this portion of the lookout post. As you do so, as you follow them, your foot hits a wire, and you hear, "Ting." I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw. Well,
That's 12.
12 though. Alright, so with a 12, alright, your foot hits this wire that you noticed last minute, just too late, as you're following these footprints. The wire pulls, it tugs, you hear a click, and a bucket that was set above you tumbles over and spills down. You do manage to just barely make it out of the way as the bucket falls and splashes out this green liquid that, as it hits the floor, sizzles, but bits of it do hit your plumage and hit you as well. So you take half of this. Oh, holy shit. You take 5 acid damage as it sizzles at your feathers and your skin. Oh, I have a hotkey set up. See? Ah! I'm freaking out, man.
Did we hear this?
If he screams, then yes. If you don't, then you would hear like a bucket crashing.
Swift, did you like scream?
He's gonna squawk.
Okay, that's good enough. If it's gonna go over back to you. What happened?
This is booby trapped.
Obviously. Well, you're not looking where you were going.
I was too busy following footprints.
There are
I just
footprints in here too.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
There's definitely somebody. There's definitely somebody here.
Shepard, are the footprints going the same direction that we were going?
No, the footprints you were following were going straight down. These footprints, well, actually, I done told you, so I fucked that up. Should have given him an investigation check, but I done told you. I done kind of spoiled it. So, these footprints are going basically in the direction that Swift was headed. So basically, they were just following my mouse here. They were going, kind of just milling around this area, and then they were going back out.
Are these even the same footprints?
Okay, now I will ask for an investigation check.
I'm gonna provide advantage to whoever wants to roll it, because
this time I remember to use mechanics.
Because investigation is not my strong suit.
Who has the best investigation?
Let me check. I do have proficiency in it, so
You probably have the best.
I have a -2, but here you go, have some advantage, which makes it a straight roll.
oh, that's good. I'll have to save my Keku recall for later. Investigation. 17.
Okay, as you look at the footprints to try and, figure out a little bit more about them, the size, the width, and what kind of shoe size he is. The boot prints do appear to be a similar size to the imprints that you were following to get up to this area. A little bit different in shape because one was made in a very large mud puddle, and these are the remnants of mud left from a boot. But it's in that range of acceptable margin of error where these are probably from a similar sized individual, if not the same person.
Remember, Twitch chat, rules is written, the help action is broken as shit, because you don't need to be good at something to help.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
And I am definitely going to use that to, from now on, be in front of me and check for traps.
Alright, so you're using the mage hand to look around for traps?
Oh yeah, as I'm walking forward, I am using that sucker to check for traps,
Okay.
indoors, and everything like that.
Alright, alright, so since you're not really using your sight for this, I'm going to say it's not going to be a disadvantage, because it's more of a not really a touch, but like a magical sensation, because you can't really feel what your mage hand feels. But you would know if it touches something.
I'm just gonna follow along behind the pretty blue.
Yes.
So go ahead and give me an investigation check. It won't be a disadvantage.
Follow the
Alright.
pretty blue Kenku
You know what?
with the
You know
power
what?
of blind
I
sight.
I'm gonna use for the first time my Kenku recall, which will give me advantage.
Ooh.
DuckTales.
Ooh.
Alright, 19.
19, yes.
Alright. As you use your mage hand to kind of feel around for more traps, looking for any traps that may be present. Around this corner, that leads to this opened up area that has a spiraling stairwell that goes up to the higher levels, which is kind of where you were about to go into until you got hit with acid. As you kind of search that area for traps, you do find a Excuse me. My throat. Fucking allergies, man. They suck. Fuck allergies.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck evolution. Fuck evolution for not giving me a cattail, damn it. As you look around with your mage hand looking for traps, you do find another trap at the bottom of the stairwell. It is a pressure plate kind of made on the first step.
I'm gonna turn to my compatriots to say, watch out for this first step. It's a real doozy.
I love that.
And he's not going. Is it possible to disarm it?
You could try.
He is going to try disarming it before even making an attempt to just jump over it.
Go ahead and provide the help action for this.
Okay. How are you going to try and disarm it? Are you using your mage hand, or are you actively going to try and disarm it?
I'm going to use my mage hand. Since it's a pressure plate, is there a way to put something under the pressure plate to keep it from depressing? Or
yeah, you could like wedge something in between the portion of the pressure plate to like prevent it from being depressed.
that is
Therapy.
that is exactly what I would do.
Okay, if you are going to give the help action, because this is a little bit of a tricky one, because you really don't have any magical expertise, like help him magically, you would have to actually be next to the pressure plate. So you, Lindsay, you can't really give the help action safely.
Ninja, hand me a piece of wood.
I don't need to give it safely. I am barbarian.
Uh,
I'm having flashbacks.
Sif is just gonna peek around the corner and just look at them and go, why not just set it off? You know it's there, just set it off.
He's going to take a step back and he's just going to use the mage hand to press down on it.
Do you wait for Lindsay to get out of the way?
Yeah, legit, get out of the way.
No.
No, I push it. Alright, so how many pounds can your mage hand lift? Actually, I can just read it. It's right here. It's like, is it 5 or is it 10?
It can carry no more than 10 pounds, but
Okay.
it can manipulate an object.
It is a
It's a weird thing to be like, I use my mage hand to push down a pressure plate, and it's only putting down like, how much pressure does it actually give? Does it give 10 pounds, or does it give like the full amount that is required because of warding? Because you don't really know how much pressure this needs.
It is a weird one, but I feel with that wording is like it can exert enough pressure, but it can't carry more than 10 pounds.
You know what? That's a fair argument. I don't know if I like the argument, but it is a fair argument, and I'll accept it. So yeah.
Let's put it like this. It's easier to push, like, say, a boulder than it is to lift it.
That is true. All fair points. All valid arguments. I accept it.
just grab rocks and just put it on the pressure plate.
DM has been appeased.
The DM finds these terms acceptable. Alright, so you use your mage hand to push down on the pressure plate, making it go down, flush with the rest of the flooring, and you hear a loud and a large, like 5-foot wide barrel goes rolling out of the stairwell where Linju was previously standing and slams up against the wall. And as it shatters, you just see blades fling out from inside of it.
I'm not sure whether they give them points for craftsmanship or be disappointed that they wasted it like that.
Be disappointed. It's weak. Like, there was no guarantee the barrel would shatter. Could have just hit you.
I probably could have just caught it, really.
Shall we?
We shall. Does this stairwell lead out to the roof or like another level?
Have to go up and find out.
We go up the ladder. We go up the staircase. I mean, with the mage hand in front, still checking for traps.
All right. Give me another investigation check. Since we're looking for traps.
9. Oh wait,
9.
no. Yeah, it's still 9 because it's still disadvantage. No.
Not with
It's
your mage
still
hand because you're not using sight. It's more like a feeling around. Now, granted, if feeling around with your mage hand wouldn't reveal the trap, then you kind of have that to ponder. But since it's not really using sight, the fog isn't affecting you. But with a 9, as you kind of feel around, looking around with your mage hand, that's weird. Feel around with your mage hand looking for traps. It does not appear to be any more traps in this stairway. As you make your way up, the stairway does come up to a portion which isn't the ceiling. There's another portion above you which appears to be the ceiling, but the entire what the floor would be above you has collapsed, leaving an open area, and the stairs have also collapsed, which would go up to that next bit, which would be the actual ceiling. So you would technically be like right about here if you walked out fully. And that portion above where you were standing would be the ceiling.
Oh, okay, I see it.
And the break in the stairway is right here.
How far across is the break?
Not terribly high, about like 5 feet or so. But you all standing, just to go a little bit more into it, you all standing on like the edge of what appears to be some portion of the ceiling that has fallen down in, which connects this area down to the ground via some planking.
Here's the question: are the tracks going up here?
Give me investigation check or perception check. Either one kind of works. So.
I was going to ask that too, so I will go ahead and provide the help action with that.
Yeah. So whoever you're helping out won't have disadvantage because this does rely on side.
Oh, well, that was a 6. Let's hope for a better roll.
It would be a straight roll because the disadvantage comes out the advantage.
6.
Rip.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunate.
Fortunately, the help action could not help you here because you couldn't roll lower. Sad face. Yes.
Where are the tracks?
Yes, mysteriously, the traps have disappeared.
Are the tracks?
I would like to try looking for the tracks.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation or perception. Either one works. Will be a disadvantage for you because you're not getting the help action.
Wait a minute, because hold on. I have dark vision.
Dark vision is just helping out in the darkness. This is fog.
Oh.
It's light. I'm not sure if it's light or heavy obscuration, but
Actually, what? That's a fair point. Dark vision really just means darkness. This is like fog, which is blocking out for a different reason.
It's like opacity.
I'm gonna assume since you're allowing us to make rolls that it's light obscuration, because heavy obscuration would basically just make it so we cannot see at all.
Okay.
That's the spell. That's not what I wanted.
Oh,
God damn it.
Oh no, never mind.
Alright, so you're not getting the help
God
action.
damn
You
this
got
fog.
disadvantage, so it'll be a 9. What was that?
God damn this fog.
Oh. Indeed. 9. So yeah. So as you look around as well, not really able to find anything out here, in this heavy, foggy area.
So we can't. The second level, the floor has collapsed.
You would technically be on like the second level now. The third level, the ceiling has collapsed, which would also be the floor, which is where you kind of get some of that weird gray area of like, is it a floor? Or is it a ceiling?
Okay.
So you're on the second level right now. The third level, which is above you, which would be like the end, the top, has collapsed. The level you are on has
Actually, real quick, Swift is gonna go back and starting at the entrance.
okay,
Yeah.
the entrance.
And he's going to set up some caltrops along here,
Okay.
and then he's going to set up some caltrops along the beginning of the staircase.
Okay. Alright. So you set up caltrops to be along that entire area of where you entered and at the bottom of the staircase. Okay. Making point just behind. Okay, cool.
Now, those of you who are watching, this is the proper way to use caltrops. It is not meant to be used when running away.
But they could. Not really.
Could, but it's stupid.
They don't do anything at speed, do they? They just do damage.
No, actually they do.
Oh, they
I
do
believe
something?
caltrops do. Yeah.
They're supposed to be used for poison as well, or they could be.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Just dip them in some poison and then drop them.
Oh my god, that's insane.
And then
Figure
watch
writes
the
in
world burn.
Now, like you're surrounded by traps that could be easily edited at any moment. It's fine.
Has not changed by the bag of caltrops cover 5 feet high. Any creature that enters must succeed a 15 DC dexterity saving throw.
Damn.
Or stop
15.
moving this turn and take 1 piercing damage. Taking damage reduces the creature's walking speed by 10 feet until the creature regains at least 1 hit point. So not only does it,
Wait, until it regains a hit point?
yeah, that's what it just said. Until they regain a hit point. Which I'm guessing that means is if, pretty much you go, just pull it out, I guess. No, it just regains at least 1 hit point. Yeah. So you lose 10 feet of movement speed.
Until the creature regains at least 1 hit point, its walking speed. Holy shit, yes, they're just stuck in your fucking feet. That is insane. Caltrops are amazing. And it's a DC 15, which at high levels, not hard to get, but like at low level. Okay, yeah.
Hey, whatever
so,
helps.
You know, whatever floats your boat, you. Damn, that's amazing. More people should be using caltrops. Alright, so, yeah, so you, literal these areas with caltrops. Yeah, what do you do now?
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
Oh my god. So we're we're essentially right here, yes?
Yeah, until you tell me otherwise.
And the area right here, the roof has collapsed. There's nowhere else to go?
This area right next to you, like this bit, is sitting like literally right next to you, and it goes down back into the ground level. Or you could basically this whole area is kind of like a circle. So for instance, this up here, this is above you, but you do see that there was like a doorway or something. It kind of leads. Actually, hold on. Let me look at the map. Make sure I'm not fucking with you. No, I am fucking with you. Yeah, this is also connected up to the top. But there is another level that goes out that way because there's like a second level below that. But that top bit you're seeing is above you. but there is a continuation of that below.
Continue. Oh, so there is a like a
Yeah,
space.
yeah.
right
There's
up
a
here.
there's a space there because there's also stairs going down inside. So there's another level.
Oh, right. These
Yeah.
ones, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's actually another level below that you can't see.
Okay, so I'm just gonna Fifth is gonna cautiously go over here.
Okay.
Just explore.
Cautiously, as in looking for traps.
Yes.
Okay, roll investigation. Popcorn will stick his head out of the bag and give you aid, because that is what familiars do.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so it'll be a straight roll because of the fog and all that bullshit.
Right. 8.
So 8. Oh no, mistress, you see you're looking in the wrong direction. You're supposed to look at this wall here.
Oh, ha ha ha. You get back in the pocket.
Yeah. Alright, so with an 8, unfortunately, or fortunately, who knows, you do not see any traps. There is an old wooden door that has kind of decayed over time, so you can actually see through it. But you will need to move it out of the way if you want to go by.
Fifth is gonna just step back and use Mage Hand to open the door.
Okay, cast Mage Hand. It floats over. What does your Mage Hand look like again?
It looks like a red hand.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so this red hand, is it muscular?
Yes.
Is it a muscular
Well,
hand?
it's a very decrepit, bony, like if you were to have like a skeleton hand and then just wrap a thin layer
A mummy
of
hand.
skin
It's a
over
mummy
it.
hand.
Yeah,
Like a dried out mummy hand, but it's red.
yeah.
And probably without the
It
wrappings.
it doesn't look healthy.
Doesn't look good? Not muscular? Okay. Icky? Yeah. Alright, so so your red, decrepit looking mage hand floats over, grabs the door handle, twists it, and the door handle just kind of plops off.
Ah. I'll let go of the door handle.
Let
It
go of
just
the door
drops.
handle, nothing happens.
It just drops, like it pops out of the thing and
Yeah,
drops.
like you're twisting the door handle with the mage hand, and then the door handle just goes pop. Like, oh no,
Oh.
I broke it.
Oh, okay. Then Fifth will just walk over and using like the bottom of her cane, just push the door open.
Okay, easily done. The door was not wedged or anything like that anyway. And the door
Excellent.
kind of goes.
And take a peek inside. What do I see? If I can see anything.
Well, give me a perception check.
It's gonna suck. Perception.
It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May.
20.
And that's 20. 20. Woohoo.
All right. So as you and Popcorn take a look around, unless you don't want his aid,
No, of course I want his aid.
get back in the bag.
Get back in the bag.
So
He
as
pops
you,
out with one of my rings, wearing as a crown.
I think this makes me look fabulous. Looks better than me. Yeah. So as you and Popcorn look around the area, it's basically a mirrored image of what it is above. Only this area is a little bit more enclosed. There's a staircase going up. There are several boxes kind of laid about. One of them is closed. The rest of them are open and empty. But one of them is closed. They are all in varying states of decay and have water damage from the fog.
Something's telling me to open that box. Fifth will just take a look around, look over at the box, and again, Mage Hand pops out and she'll open the box.
Okay. You cast Mage Hand. Your Mage Hand floats over, grabs what would be the lid. Does the crate even have a lid? The crate has a lid, right? Yeah, sure. Grabs what would be the lid. You don't see wooden crates anymore, really. And pulls it open. How far back are you standing?
15 feet. Yeah, 15 feet.
Okay, 15 feet. Then yeah. So as your Mage Hand pries open the lid, there is a creak and 4 rusted metal shards spring up from the bottom of the box, like some kind of fucked up Jack in the Box. Only without the crank. Would have been funny with the crank, honestly.
Stop the crank.
Well, that was fairly predictable. Nothing else in the room?
Nothing else but some old, some empty boxes. Do you look inside of this box?
Yeah, I'll still look in the box.
Okay. You look in. There's nothing in the box.
Okay. Making sure. And there's a stairs right here that leads up, right?
Yes.
Oh, boys. I found our passage.
Oh?
Other than dealing with a fucked up Jack in the Box, wasn't that hard.
I'm sorry, a what?
Very creepy looking trap. Supposed to open the box and look inside. Then be invited to a skewer barbecue. You're the skewer.
You know, in another context, that might sound appealing.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Actually, in many contexts, it sounds appealing.
Well, what do you know? She does have interests.
Of course I do. Like murder.
It's been a murder.
Murder.
A murder.
Stabby, stabby.
Again, cautiously, as always, going up the stairs.
Alright, roll investigation.
Uh-huh.
She's like, uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
19. Okay. As you make your way up the stairs do not appear to be trapped in any way. Eventually, you make your way up to the top.
Do I see any footprints?
Make me another perception check. Okay. With 19, you actually do find more boot prints. Both going up and down the stairs that you were just at.
Oh, God.
Not really spending any time in this area and going kind of around that rubble and around that corner. Well, a door used to be, but is no longer present.
Alright, shall wait for the boys.
This boy's following.
Ledger's following along, just kind of musing to himself. You'd think that something that would be that heavy would make a lot more noise walking through this place. You should have heard something by now.
They might have a silence spell.
You can do that with magic?
You can do many things with magic.
I can do many things without magic, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm sure you can.
Well, I have been called magic before, just not in that context.
You've implied many, many times now.
I could demonstrate if you like.
No, I don't need that. Thank you. Just starts. She just starts walking away quickly. Just a Bismillah, a Bismillah, a Bismillah.
I have no idea what she's saying, but it sounds something like "Oh my god."
Bismillah is Arabic, and you say Bismillah, it means in the name of God.
So I was close, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's heard "Oh my God" so much in his life.
Oh, absolutely.
And in that context, probably more often than not, as a quick Sith.
I plead the fifth, cause we're on Twitch and Twitch TOS.
I was meaning more annoyance than anything else.
Lindsay pleads the fifth.
Okay. I guess we'll continue following the footprints.
Following the footprints. Follow.
Alright, you continue to make your way.
You're coming along, Swift.
I was following. Is my mage hand still out? Or
yeah, it would still be out. How long does it last? A minute? 10 minutes?
Mage hand.
A minute. I could have just scrolled up, didn't need to ask. But yeah, it would still be up. It's lingering for a bit, but
But it's also a cantrip. You can just cast it again.
yeah. Really,
oh,
it's honestly surprising it lasts so long because it's a cantrip. I guess 6 seconds doesn't really give you enough time to do anything.
It gives you enough time to flip the bird.
That's all you need. Wait, why would you flip Swift?
Because he wants to do a backflip.
Oh, okay.
backflip for style.
Alright, and still looking for traps, I presume?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright, go ahead and roll me investigation. Everybody's looking.
Are these stairs right here?
Yes, those stairs are going up.
Okay.
To a slightly more elevated area. Let's see here. 16. Swift, you're looking as well?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation for me. Linger, are you giving anybody help action?
No, Linju's just kind of derping about right now.
Okay.
Linju has completely lost interest.
I should have. Are you looking with your mage hand or are you looking with your eyes?
Mage hand.
Mage hand? Okay, in that case it would just be a straight roll. Alright. Let's see here. 15 and a 16. As you kind of go around this corner and keep going, Thiff, you don't really know it's a trap, but you do notice that at the base of these stairs, so you've kind of gone past it, but at the base of these stairs, the flooring does not look exactly secure.
Huh.
Oh, Linju!
She notices that halfway up the stairs.
Well, you moved your token before I could tell you. So
Okay.
that's that's just a predicament of having a map on the board.
Why did you stop?
These don't look safe. Uh, hmm.
How so? They look like stairs to me.
They don't look like they would, support any amount of weight.
Swift. Also, are you still stealthing?
I am still stuffing.
Okay, go ahead and go. Give me another stealth check because you would have broke your stuff when you squawked. And you sprayed with acid. That's- I need to look up something. Does fog? I don't think fog gives you advantage for stealthing, but I think it would just give you the ability to do it, kind of like invisibility.
I think light obscurement. I think light obscurement would basically just
allow him
cause,
to do it anywhere.
Yeah, and give disadvantage for people looking for him.
Yeah, that's usually how that works. So 15. All right, yeah, cool. 15. That's your stealth. It's kind of hard to tell you. Yes, you stealth without actually telling you. Yes, you stealth. All right, cool. You stick to the shadows behind the most obscuring fog you can find, which is all of it. As you move around quietly.
Are there any parts of the stairs that look somewhat stable?
6. What'd you roll? 16? Is that right? 16. 16. As you look around, it's a majority of like the base of the stairs kind of going up. You see just these small, well, not really small, but these pretty major fractal lines kind of going up the stairs. It's a little iffy to say which bits would be this is good and which bits would be this is bad, unless you were trained in like stone cutting, or if you had stone cutting, or you were trained in stone smithing or something like that.
Nope.
The sudden regret of not having a dwarf.
How far away is it from above?
What do you mean? You mean how tall is the staircase?
Like how far away is it from where I am from the top of the staircase?
Oh, let's measure it out here. 15 feet.
15 feet? Okay, so
We'll kind of stroke his chin. Well, if it concerns you that much, allow me. And Linju will try to go first.
no, okay.
You ever seen a snake jump?
Miss slithers on and just goes right through.
Just 18 feet of snake just slowly starts to coil into a massive spring. Just
Oh.
So are you jumping, or are you just going to try and climb the stairs?
I'm just gonna try and climb the stairs, and I'm just going to use I'm going to activate the dodge action as I'm moving.
Okay. How much do you weigh with equipment?
Let's see. Well, let me look at how much my equipment weighs real quick.
Can Shepard, can you disconnect me real quick?
Oh,
Because it's
yeah. It's doing the thing again.
That's an 18-foot snake.
Carry the
We're-
one.
We're probably looking at close to like 310 pounds all over.
Oh, plus equipment.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check.
Advantage due to dodge?
Sure.
Okay.
It's dodge, and I'm gonna give you advantage.
It gives the advantage on dexterity saving throws. So.
That's saving throws. Yeah, fuck it. Go ahead.
Alright, so first roll. Hey, that's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
And Yeah, we'll go with the 18.
Oh yeah, let's go with 18, Chief. Okay, so as you begin to slither up very cautiously, prepared to jump down or jump up if anything would have happened. As you slowly make your way up, the stonework below you begins to crack. You hear a little as like grains of concrete shift in between the stonework. But you managed to make your way all the way up.
Alright, now that I'm up here, I'm going to look back down and look at them and just be like, see, not too bad. And then I'm going to extend a good chunk of my body down to offer her my tail to use as a rope climbing up.
Take my strong hand.
Fifth will very cautiously start trying to walk up the stairs, and as she walks up and gets to Linju's tail, she'll actually like carefully take it, just like grab onto it just in case she falls through the floor.
Oh yeah, and I'm fully just like eye locked on her, ready to just like coil catch her if the stairs give way.
Give me a dexterity check with advantage because we'll say this is like the help action.
Dexterity check.
Yeah. With advantage.
4.
With
I'm
advantage.
start.
With advantage. Gonna be a 2. Oh, 16.
16. Okay. I know you're not supposed to ask this, but how much does Steph weigh? With equipment.
With equipment. Hold on.
Suddenly really glad I decided to start with barbarian level so I didn't have chainmail armor.
Hold on.
See, people, this is something you need to know. This is why you have to keep track. This is why your character can't carry 18 swords.
Maybe around 200 or something around that, or maybe with a 250 with a bit more with equipment, around the 200 and 250 range, I think.
Okay. So yeah, you as you make your way up, the stonework shifts and cracks a little bit. You grab on to Linju's tail and begin making the rest of the way up. And one of the stairs, one of the steps, kind of cracks and falls through. You manage to catch your foot just before it goes through. You can see below you. But then you finish making your way.
Tail. And then she just immediately scrambles up, gets up as quickly and carefully as she can, and just goes, "Thank you very much," and just walks over to the corner.
You're most welcome, Lady Thief. Swift, are you over there somewhere?
He was just watching what was happening. He was like, "Oh, that happened. Okay, my turn."
Now this is my worst nightmare. Stairs that fall.
Alright. So what do I do? Dexterity?
Yeah. Well, it depends on what you want to do. Are you going to try and climb the stairs, or are you going to jump?
Which would be the best?
Well, how long is your long jump?
How do you look that up? I think it's normal.
If you're the thief archetype, it's really, really far.
Mm-hmm.
I believe
I'm an arcade trickster.
hence Mage Hand.
Hence the fact that I can cast spells.
Magic!
Magic.
I gotta look up the rules for jumping. It's something I haven't actually looked at before.
I guess he'll try to. If he tries to climb, what does he got to do?
If you try just to climb the stairs, you just gotta give me a dex check. I hope you don't fuck up.
Okay, so when you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot before the jump.
I have a negative, a 1.
Yeah, it's
So yeah, he's definitely gonna climb.
Oh my god, that means I can long jump like 20 feet. Oh my god.
as a fucking snake.
Can technically lunge, so yeah.
Lunge. It's a long jump. 22.
Is it 2?
All right, yeah. So you begin to make your way up the crumbling stairs. Your skill in being light on your feet and suited to such difficulties, making this not really difficult at all.
And you just staring out in this direction, having no idea that Swift has already passed him.
As you take one step,
Are you coming? Dude, I'm over here.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm assuming run over there and back. Want to see me do it again?
I am here. I am here.
What? What?
I'm here.
What? What? How long have you been standing there?
Long enough.
Duly noted.
I was always here.
Can I look out into this new courtyard and see what I see?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
11.
11. Yeah, so as you look out over this courtyard, you see old barricades that have been set up. They look like they've been there for years. The area is pretty abandoned, wet, moist. You don't see any creatures or any people down there. You don't see any bodies. Granted, it is difficult to see much of anything from this distance with the fog. But from what you can see, not a lot. But it does look like this area was barricaded up at one point with some sort of defenses for some reason.
Is it fairly easy to see that, or is it like something I need to roll a perception for?
It's fairly easy, but with the fog, it's a little difficult to tell. They could look like spikes for all you know.
Fifth and Popcorn, I assume, would help point it out.
And if they tell you, hey, those are barricades and not, big
What
stone
site does
spikes.
Swift have, by the way?
What's that?
So what site does Popcorn have, by the way?
What site does Popcorn have?
Yeah, like dark vision,
Yeah.
blind sight.
I think he has dark vision.
Let me check.
Might be different because he's your familiar now. If you give him anything special.
Senses. Dark vision, 60 feet, and passive perception is 12.
Does him being your familiar give him anything?
I don't think so directly. I think it's mostly as a familiar.
Depending on the invocations.
Yeah.
'Cause you all packed of the chain, right?
I am packed of the chain, yes. If you want to...
I'm not fully familiar with.
There's nothing that really changes like the.
I know you get some like
familiar
extra
itself.
choices.
You
Go ahead.
you do, but only when you get a next Eldritch evocation.
Yeah, it's tied to your evocation. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you haven't taken anything, he doesn't really have anything extra. I mean, you get a free familiar, so there's that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's Popcorn, so that's even better.
Strange. Usually you would only barricade up a fort like this if you were defending from an outward force.
Well, whatever the outward force is, let's hope it's still not here.
I don't believe anyone mentioned anything about this fort being actively attacked as much as they abandoned it due to its tactical disadvantage.
Well, apparently someone else has taken residency here. Obviously, looking at his tail feathers, which still have acid splash on them.
Well, I suppose it's time to serve an eviction notice then.
First, we need to find out what this thing is.
You gotta give him at least 2 weeks' notice. Actually, I don't think you do. It's kind of fucked up. Alright, so, as you make your way over to this area, this portion of the wall has been thoroughly destroyed, crumbled down, and fallen over. They're all bits that are kind of like standing up precariously. So if you were either really brave or really stupid, or really skilled, you could make it across, but difficult.
I am simultaneously brave and stupid.
But not skilled. Unless
Unless we're talking about something else entirely.
penis.
So from where I am,
Yes, from where you
does this part right here look stable?
Give me a perception check. Oh, an insight check, really, but no, give me a perception check.
Aha!
Would be a disadvantage because fog.
Shit!
I guess investigation would work here too, but honestly, you probably have a better perception.
Shit!
Fuck. Difficult to say. It's a. You can tell that it is like a very thin sliver of like the wall that is still being held up here. So maybe, but it's really difficult to say if it has any structural integrity left in it, or if it's just standing up through sheer force of will or magic.
Lindsay will hum. Think about it.
How long is it?
The gap.
Yeah.
The entire gap, not counting that little bit, is about 20 feet.
Here, I see.
What for that bit? Yeah, about 20 feet. 10 feet to that little bit, and then an extra 10 feet from that little bit.
Drew's going to coil himself a bit in preparation behind Swift. And I'm going to get a running start of 10 feet so I can get a full long jump in. And I'm going to try to jump onto this section right here.
Okay. I have one problem.
What's that?
You're a snake, you don't run.
I slither rapidly.
Alright, so you back up and you get a head start, throwing your momentum towards this little 5-foot piece of the wall. You do manage to land on it, which is good. Make a dexterity saving throw. You're a lot of snake hitting this little bit, so give me a dexterity saving throw.
I have to look up the specifics of danger sense to see what I can use this against.
Traps, magic. This may come in handy.
I was gonna say, is this a dexterity saving throw?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Then would danger sense give me advantage on this?
Does it include like natural stuff? I mean, it's a wall. It's not really natural, but
It's just you gain an uncanny sense of when things nearby aren't as they should be, giving you an edge when you dodge away from danger.
So, like, falling debris?
yeah. So yeah, you know what? Sure.
Sweet. Okay.
It is called dangerous sense for a reason. It is dangerous. So not really. Probably in the way.
Danger.
19. That's not too bad. Yeah, we'll go with the 19.
19 was just too little to pass. I'm so sorry. You needed a 20. But as you do land on it, you do manage to land on it. the structure does shift with your weight, carrying you a little forward as you go. The wall kind of shifting, but it doesn't break, luckily, and you do not fall.
Alright, snaky shenanigans. Let's see. They get right up to the edge. Alright, so going to try and coil a little bit of me around this section of wall.
Mm-hmm.
And then extend my tail back towards Thiff and Swift. And go, this one's going to be a little different. I'm going to actually have to carry you across.
What? I'm sorry. What? Don't you think that maybe you could just go onto the other side and we could try that?
Do you feel confident in your ability to make this jump?
Thiff takes a very long look at the bridge. Maybe.
Are you willing to risk it on a maybe?
No funny business.
I promise to be on my utmost behavior and to be gentle.
All right. Fine. Thank you. And she will accept the help.
And I will gently coil my tail around Thiff's waist and gently pick her up and move her over to the other side.
Okay. So you kind of wrap yourself around the bit of wall that you're on.
Yep.
Try to balance your tail across. Wrap the end of your tail around her. And then try to maneuver planking. Basically, you're literally planking.
Pretty
over
much it.
From this side to the other side. Give me an athletics check.
This is the one I feel most comfortable with, and I feel like this is the one I'm going to fuck up the worst.
Nope.
Alright, yeah, so you basically plank on this 5-foot bit of wall, wrap your tail around her, and shift yourself to bring Thiff over to the other side. You don't break a sweat, mostly because you can't, because you're a snake. The wall you all own, however, does take a lot of strain from this, and it begins to crack under your weight. And now with the added weight of Thiff being added to a not a center of gravity position, let's just put it that way. But you do manage to get Thiff across.
She'll quickly shimmy up onto the ledge. Thank you. Now I believe you should get Swift, unless he's already over here.
I think Swift just saw the cracking and he was like, I think I'm just gonna climb.
He's going to climb?
Yeah, he's gonna climb. I guess that would be dexterity.
To climb? Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Well, it would be either. It would be athletics. It would be an athletics check to try and climb down this precarious.
Oh, never mind.
Area. Yeah.
Never mind. It's negative.
You could try to do acrobatics, but that would probably be a little bit more dangerous. To like try and jump from bit to bit. Not impossible, but like a little bit more dangerous.
He's just gonna get carried. But he is going to take real quick, and he's going to make his grappling hook.
Hey,
That works too.
it came in handy.
Then just take a moment.
Take off sickles, take his rope, tie him together, and now he has a makeshift grappling hook.
Ninja is going to look down at the platform, which is significantly cracked at this point. All right, Swift, we're going to have to do this in one swift motion, not to be clever.
I'm ready.
And I'm going to basically reach my tail out to him, get him around the waist, and then as I've got him in my coils, I'm going to turn and perform a standing long jump to the other side.
Okay, so Swift, you check your grappling hook and you. Where did you throw it?
Oh, I'm not throwing it yet.
Oh, you haven't thrown it yet? Okay.
No.
Oh, just in
He's
case.
getting ready just in case if something goes wrong, he's gonna throw it.
Oh, okay, cool. Just in case. Okay. I got it. Alright, and you're going to try and do the same thing with Swift that you did with Thief. Is that right?
Basically, I'm going to try and grab him, and then while I have him in my coils, I'm going to turn and do a standing long jump, because this thing isn't going to last another rotation. So I'm basically trying to grab him and jump, kind of all in a similar motion.
Okay. Yeah, so you can wrap your tail around him like you did with Thief. And there's a standing long jump.
So I have half the amount of... Like, I can jump half the amount, but it's still enough to clear the gap here.
Yeah, the thing about it is that you're not really standing right now. So, to wrap around what you are currently wrapped around and then wrap around him, you're basically prone right now.
Yeet him.
You're gonna have to toss me.
Fair enough. I'm going to accept what happens here, and I'm just going to quickly toss Swift to the other side and just see what happens.
Okay.
Throw me. Bob, throw me!
Don't tell the elf. Alright, give me an athletics check.
No, I'm just gonna go, Thief, catch!
What? Oh, no.
Oh, shit. I don't have near as much base on this.
Alright, so you do manage to throw Swift with your tail. And he makes it over. Right. Throwing Swift wasn't really going to be the hard part here. But as you do, this sudden momentum on this crumbling structure that you're already on breaks. And as you try to jump quickly after throwing Swift, you just get tangled up in your own momentum and you fall down with the structure to a level below you. Make me a dexterity saving throw to try and catch yourself on something before you possibly plummet down even further.
Danger sense?
Sure.
Start with a 14, kind of mid-ground. Guess we're going 14.
Alright, 14. Yeah, so you slip as the structure below you crumbles. You hit fairly hard the floor below you, which crumbles as well, and you do manage to grab on to the edge of this crumbling second floor and hold on, but your tail is currently dangling just above the ground.
Fifth will
Feels
run
that one in the morning.
Fifth will run to the edge. Are you all right?
Literally just looks up, just trying to grit his teeth, just like, never better.
Do you think we can use your grappling hook to help him up?
Yeah, just don't hit the pointy thing. I guess I could just hook it onto one of these rocks if you can use it.
Better than nothing.
He's going to try to look for a secure position, and he's going to hook his makeshift grappling hook. And he is going to throw down the rope to him.
What else feel like we chose, like, the hardest way to do this?
Yeah. Probably.
That's just players in a nutshell. Yeah, so you throw the rope down to Linju, who can pretty easily grab it.
Yep, and I'll just scramble my way up.
Do you tie it off to anything? Because your strength score is going to be a little difficult to lift up Linju.
And we secured it on a rock. Or like on the ledge.
I was asking if there's like a secure place to.
Well, make me a perception check or investigation check. This would be more of a investigation. Well, yeah, either works. Either one works.
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
Well, I'll provide help.
Well, no, because you wouldn't just be looking with your eyes. You'd also be checking with your, pushing it to like check and see if it is starting. So, not necessarily disadvantage on this. But if you do help, that gives them advantage. So that'd be a 23. Yeah. So you do find like a portion of the wall that is sturdy enough, given the situation, to potentially support Linju's weight. You tie it off and you throw the rope down, and Linju grabs on and can climb up.
Squiggle, squiggle.
Squiggle.
Well, that was an adventure.
Quite. Let's not do it again. Alright.
He retrieves his grappling hook.
Very resourceful.
What about you?
Alrighty. Thip is gonna continue onwards and continue looking for tracks and traps.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Tracks and traps.
Actually a skull here, or is this just coincidental?
Go.
Coincidental.
Okay.
No, skull. Thip picked it up.
Ah, it actually isn't. It's covered in green flames.
No, not again.
16. Yeah. So as you continue on, you don't find any traps or boot prints on this bit, on this section as you look around.
Oh, that's not good.
Well, I don't believe our large and in-charge friend would have been able to make that jump.
Well, could it be that the mud just run off of his boot? Oh.
The robot.
The robot.
I think he's talking off mic.
Oh.
Or is he?
Or is he?
We're just hearing the abyss.
He's being swallowed.
Alright, so
It has come to claim his soul. Sorry, Dilshay.
we barely knew you. Alright, so yeah, you don't see any traps, you don't see any more boot prints. Do you do now?
I'm gonna
Oh,
keep going.
Also, the flow does look stable-ish.
Ish.
It's not going to suddenly give out underneath me.
Doesn't seem to. Doesn't seem like it.
One of those weird snake shenanigans things is just like, how much of my body weight is each tail segment?
A lot.
Because I could just stretch out across an entire thing and just...
You could.
Distribute my weight evenly.
Be a lot.
If I were a betting man, I would have to say that our large in charge friend would most likely be in that building there.
You think?
Sometimes.
Let's see.
Alright, so as you walk up to this bit, there is a door, an old wooden door that is closed. It'd be like right here.
She want to bet this thing's locked.
How much do you want to bet this thing's trapped?
Well, I could always check.
I'm back.
Oh, hello.
Oh well.
Hey.
We're in front of a door that we don't know if it's locked or trapped, but we're trying to figure that out.
Okay. Who has used the mage hand?
I can.
I can too. But I also have thieves' tools that I can use with my mage hand.
Well, let's first use mage. Oh, right, you have mage hand thieves tools. I forgot.
Magic.
Magic thief.
Magic thievery.
My next 4 characters are going to be magic shenanigans. Be afraid, Shepard. Be afraid.
I don't know when you're going to play them because you have a long-standing idea with this one, so I don't know when you're going to fit in the time.
Whenever I have enough money to play in multiple campaigns.
Fair enough. All right, so who's checking the door?
I am. Linju, you might want to back away just in case.
Of course, I'll just get closer.
Okay, you really don't have to. I'm gonna use Mage Hand to try and open the door, or... No, sorry, Swift was going to. God damn it! Ignore me.
Hey, sir.
Swift is checking the door.
I will use my mage hand, my feathery mage hand, to check the door.
Okay. Send your mage hand over. You check the handle. The handle turns, but as you try to pull the door open, it does not open.
It's just locked?
As if something is blocking it from being opened. It is pulling out towards you, so something isn't. Most likely, something isn't wedged in to stop it from opening, but it doesn't appear to be locked from this side. And you don't see any keyholes other than the doorknob, but the door handle opened up as if it would if it was unlocked.
Lenji, you might want to break the door down.
I could. I just figured you might want to finesse this a little bit. What if we're going to do this? Just let me stretch out for a moment here. I'm going to pull out the halberd. Yeet!
Alright. Yeah, so you hit the door. It's not very sturdy. You smash it down with your hairbolt with one easy swing, or if you, depending on how you want to like RP this out. But it is easily destroyed by you and your trusty halberd.
Just grip the halberd by the base end and just baseball it.
Oh, goodness, okay.
It's open!
Run! All right. As you enter, you see a small square room that has a stairway basically across from you, kind of in the corner, going up to an area above. And there is 2 passageways, one across from you and one to your north, which on the map will be above you.
Just slither in. Knock, knock. Anyone home?
Ding dong.
Strange. That usually elicits a reaction of some kind.
Oh wait, actually, I take that back. There's only one door, and it's the one straight across from you, and there's the stairs. Yeah, there's only one door.
And it's here?
Yeah, it would be right there.
Alright.
I just had.
Oh.
You're going really robotic.
Become a robot.
Yeah, we're getting a thunderstorm out here.
Oh yeah,
Uh-oh.
that's probably doing it. Yeah.
Hide your kids, hide your wives, hide your husbands, because there's nothing here.
It was worth it. It was worth it. It was worth repeating. It's worth repeating. I like it. Hide your kids, hide your wife. I actually don't know where that's from. Yeah. So there's a door.
God damn it.
There's a door across from you, and then there's a set of stairs in the corner that go up.
Door?
You know, in most novels, the dark, dreary, ritualistic stuff is usually at the top of the tower.
So, door or stairs?
I'm going to have to say stairs.
Dead.
Douche, did you get disconnected?
Yes, I disconnected again.
Okay, yeah, it didn't kick you. That's why your character was doing that thing.
He's just sprinting back and forth really fast.
He's running but staying in one place.
You should be able to get back in now. Oh, it's
Serious.
it's stuck on like that might be an issue. I don't know if you'll be able
Serious. Consecutive side jumps.
when you get
I am changing my.
what's that?
I'm changing my internet real quick to my iPad.
Okay.
So
Yeah, because I can't move you because it basically cut you out mid move. So you're kind of like frozen in this weird alternate reality of mid movement. So I can't select you. So I'm hoping when you get logged in that maybe you can finish your movement and it'll fix it. Yeah, there it goes. Alright, so
I can move in.
I'm free! Yeah, so there's a stairway, there's a door. What do you do?
Which way would you like to go?
Dark, creepy rituals are always at the top of the tower.
So we're apparently going up the tower.
Alright.
Can I make an investigation check as we go up to ensure that we don't run into any traps?
Sure, but are you at the front of the group, or are you at the back of the group?
Guess I'll be in the front.
Well, those scenarios might help out more. Yeah, so go ahead, roll. There you go.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Well then. Yeah, so as you and you're looking for traps as you go up the stairs, right?
Yep.
Okay. Did you look at the door at all? Are you just going upstairs? Just going upstairs?
We just going upstairs.
Just going upstairs. All right, yeah. So as you go up the stairs looking for traps, you do not find any traps. Well, you don't see any traps.
Lindsay read this in a novel. Up the staircase to the top of the tower.
Wait, you read this in a novel?
Many, in fact. It's always at the top of the tower.
Okay. Wait, why is it always at the top of the tower?
I don't know. suspense, I suppose? The dreaded climb, the terrifying towers.
That's not how most like ritualistic places are like. Like usually you would do it underground. Not as noticeable.
Blink, blink, blink.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Looks over the top of the tower.
She'll continue up.
Continue up the top of the tower. You don't see any traps. It's so tempting just to be like, cow traps! But no. But yeah, you make your way up the top of the stairway, met with the cold air up above. It's not that cold. Well, it's a little cold. It's foggy. It's a little cold. Up above. And there is basically what you're standing on right now is where you are. And there is a pathway going across I'm just gonna call it a pathway because fuck names, I don't remember.
Where? Which pathway is it?
A bridge. Bridge. It's a bridge.
And what's all like here?
Yeah. So as you look down, there is what appears to be the remainder of a ceiling, to the ground floor. That is made out of wood and has since crumbled and fallen away to time. Now you look across and you see another tower, similar to the one you're currently on. Portion of the ceiling of what was once above it, which appears to be one that was also similar to what you all have standing on, that no longer exists, but that portion is still present and crumbled on top of the roof of the portion below you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what this kind of roof would be great for?
What?
A dramatic entrance.
Isn't that supposed to be really bad on your knees?
Well, I don't have knees, so I wouldn't know.
Oh.
Fair point. Does he have like little pythons? Do they have like those little 2 remnant toes?
What?
Thanks.
Maybe that's anacondas.
I mean, Linju is technically somewhere between an anaconda and a pit viper, so...
Yeah, it probably doesn't have little residual toes though.
That anaconda don't want nothing that she got.
I think he wants everything, actually. I think that's the opposite. I don't think he cares if you have buns.
Thief the thief!
This whole time you've been letting Thif lead.
You didn't even think about it.
Nope.
I plead the fifth.
Never even thought about it. Didn't even cross your mind.
Yeah, I think Swift is kind of starting to see why the bugbears talk so well about their women.
Swift and Linju just trading a nod, just yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Is this area here, is this a walkable area or is this another part of the roof here?
Yeah, that's another part of the roof. Well, you could, if you were brave enough or stupid enough, or athletic enough, or agile enough, many reasons, many possibilities.
I'm none of those things.
Climb that portion of the roof that had fallen down and make your way to that bottom section.
No.
Listen, you underestimate how bravely stupid I am.
After what you just did, I don't think I do.
I have a -2 in intelligence.
All right.
I do not understand the concept of danger.
Danger, danger, danger.
Sif will look back and wait for the boys, and then just start heading down the stairs.
Then she's just gonna be looking over the top of this roof, just be like, "This could be perfect for a dramatic entrance if we just go
No.
across the."
That's not a good idea. Let's just go in through the door.
I mean, fell down.
I think she's been hanging out with me too much. I think she's starting to talk like me.
Sorry. I don't know why that came out. It took me kind of like a moment to register like how I said it. I was just like, why did I turn British?
The snake's already in your head.
No.
Ah, it's a bit strange, isn't it?
Oh, you're not starting. Back in the pocket. Back in the pocket.
Alright, so are you still looking for traps as you make your way down?
Yes.
Roll investigation.
Brings a whole new meaning to the concept of the pickup line. Are your legs tired because you've been running around my mind?
Well, hey. 12.
Alright, 12. Alright, so as you make your way down the stairs, about halfway down the stairs, you notice just the vaguest shimmer of something, of a small thread kind of tied across the halfway up the stairs, just a slight, thin little glimmer of a thread.
Careful, there's a trap here. Swift, did you want to take a look at it?
Yes.
Snip, snip.
If it is a snip.
Alright, so
Locked.
are you going to try and disarm it if it is a disarmable?
Uh-huh.
Alright, roll sleight of hand. With your mage hand, I assume.
Yes.
25. That's do it. Yeah, so you send your mage hand over. And it's fairly, for you knowing traps, it's fairly obvious to see that this is just a tripwire meant to trip you as you try to make your way down. So you take your thieves' tools and you just cut the thread, and it just kind of loosens its tautness and falls down.
Oh. Well, now I just look foolish. She continues.
Alright, you continue making your way down, and as you get down here, you actually notice a few things. One, there appears to be some kind of bedding. Not necessarily a bed or a mattress, but like some kind of like man, like, I'm in nature, I need to make bedding real fast. Hay kind of strand up with a blanket over it, and a soft cushioned, cheaply made pillow on top of it. You see a door kind of going off to your right. And the area looks like it has been lived in. You see an old, well, not really old, pretty new, pretty well used canteen next to the bedding. As you walk in.
And there's a door here or here?
The second here. I could just point. That would make things easier.
Well, looks like someone's been here. Let's keep our guard about us. uh, Sif is gonna very cautiously try and open the door.
Okay. You go to the door, you try to open it. The door opens, and as it does, you are greeted by the remainder of the roof.
Ah,
And
so we went all this.
this narrow gap that kind of goes out from under the roof. But the walkway, which would be just passable, has since been blocked off by this roof.
So it's a dead end.
Potentially, you could try and squeeze by the roof and go up onto the rotten wooden portion of the ceiling of the bottom level.
How heavy does this piece of roof look?
It's made out of like tile, like ceramic tile and old wooden what's the word? Wood. It's wood and tile with like some old tile kind of like connecting it all
Refined
together.
wood.
Beams. That's what beams. It's like some beams.
I believe it'd be best for us if we head back to the other door. It looks like this is just a living area. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Exit and entrance.
I didn't know you were feeling adventurous today, or I would have brought some more things to... Well, never mind.
I smack Linju.
Oh, Sif just kind of gets a confused look in her face, just completely misses it. It's like,
Linju is gonna pause, flick his tongue out a couple times, lean down very close to Swift's face, and just go, "Harder, Daddy." And then goes further away.
Son?
Ah, yes!
His feathers get ruffled up.
you get an F.
I think somebody's feathers just got ruffled up.
Slither back up to the 3rd floor.
Yeah, we'll head back.
Alright, so you go back up. Make your way across again. The bridge explodes. Not really.
Explosion!
And what, you climb back down and where do you go?
Through the door.
Through the door.
Through the door right here. Lynn, are you coming?
Linju is staring at this piece of masonry with extreme intent.
It's not even
You're
masonry,
not-
it's wood. Well, I guess it is tile, so I guess that is some masonry. Okay, I give it to you.
It has become bridge.
No.
Oh well, gotta follow the hips that don't lie.
Become as bridge.
And whose sips are those?
Mine, obviously.
Get back in the pocket. Back in.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're stuck in here.
Better than the toilet. All right. Open the door.
Alright, you open the door and there's a crosswalk. Shit, that was what I was looking for. Not bridge, crosswalk. That's the fucking word.
What?
That is basically the roof of the ground floor. You can kind of see over, and a major portion of it is, or really all of it, has just crumbled down.
So we're on this level here.
Yeah,
like
you're
we're
on. Yeah, you're on that top level where the wood is.
Okay.
That's basically the roof.
Fifth is gonna just go over to the edge over here carefully and just look and see what she sees.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Shall I? Oh wait, no. You got your familiar. You don't need my assistance.
Yeah. I like to imagine that she just kind of like scurries over, kind of leans over to take a look, and the two of you just get a very nice view.
Feathers ruffled.
Several tongue flicks, turning around to look itself. Down, boy, down.
25.
Holy shit. All right.
What?
Yeah. So, as soon as this will pan out, yeah. So as you look down, or look around, you see the ground level, the lower level, and the remnants of two other towers that were similar to the ones you were just in. Those two appear to go directly down to the ground, whereas the two you were in were kind of mostly confined to the upper levels. Those two towers are completely destroyed. Only the two ground portions remain. You see several walkways that look like they have been made out of the wood that composes the ceiling, or used to, connecting the ground floor to this upper level, fairly haphazardly.
Jove, these two temptations are going to be the death of me.
Linju, what are you singing now?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. We're just going to have whiplash from going from one end to the other.
So I don't really see. Do I see anything interesting? Like, do I see any like doors?
Well, you see several doors. Many of them you can see past because the ceiling is no longer there. So yeah, so you see several doors that are closed, but to real no use because the ceiling is gone.
Yeah.
The wall has been blown out. From this high up with the fog, you can't really see up under the ceiling to see what's in that very bottom floor. There does appear to be a basement. From what you can kind of tell, some portions of the ground floor do appear to go down to a basement where the flooring has broken away and planks have been put over it or have fallen on top of them.
So I'm gonna ask the stupid question.
Which
How
is
far down is it from where we are to the ground floor there?
about 20 feet. 25, give or take. Mechanically speaking, exactly the same as 20. If you were to fall or jump.
6 intelligence.
You know what? Fifth being fifth, she sees that there's pretty much like nowhere else to go. She's gonna jump down.
So, Shepard, how do your players die? Well, they just jump. Do they try to climb? Sometimes they do, but sometimes they just get fed up and they just jump.
I'm going to look around for a secure place to put my grappling hook.
Okay. Give me a perception check. Or investigation.
Let's go.
But since if you've already jumped, let's see, 20 feet. That's 2d. Wait, is it d6 or I think it's a d6 actually. I always want to see a d10, but I think it's a d6.
I think it's a D6.
That's an S. That's not a D.
I think it was a D10 back in like 2nd edition.
I never played second edition, so I wouldn't know. So 9. So you take 9 bludgeoning damage as you jump from what's remaining of the ceiling down to this ground floor, hitting the stone floor pretty hard. Swift, as you look around for like a sturdy area to tie off your grappling hook, the remnants of the wall next to you would make suitable structure to tie off your rope, your grappling hook to make your way down.
Fair.
He's gonna do that, and he's gonna just shimmy on down the rope.
Alright.
If
Yes.
you understand that I'm 18 feet long, correct?
There's a long pause, and just kind of thinking back when she was like being helped out by him. Yes.
And I'm just gonna do a snake thing and just slowly start lowering myself down with 18 feet of body length.
I'm gonna.
And just flop from like 5 feet up.
You know what? Fair. but would have Thief actually have done it? Probably. So Linju, you basically shift your weight up to your tail and lower yourself down slowly. Only really having to make like a 5-foot drop down, which is fairly safe. Kinda. Depending on how you fall. Anyway, and Swift, you tie off your grappling hook and you kind of just slide down.
Yep.
I thought dramatic entrances were bad for the knees, Lady Thief.
They are, but I did want to have your help again. Okay.
My leg!
Would you like me to kiss them better?
No, I don't want you to do anything like that. Thank you very much. And she just scurries off.
Such a shy creature for as tall as she is. Oh, what do we have here?
Back to stealth.
Yeah.
So, quick question. Does Thief hear you say that, Lynn?
Well, he's not exactly whispering it.
Is that a joke?
I'm sorry?
She's kind of referring to the fact that she's not exactly like as tall as most other bugbears.
The Jew's just flicking his tongue out, looking very confused.
Okay, never mind. No, we had nothing. It's...
Well, you know, humans are about here, Kenkus are down here, kobolds are even smaller than that.
Yes, I know. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. I'm just, what's this? And she's going to go investigate some random stuff.
Alright, yeah, so roll investigation as you search this level. For anyone who would like to.
I'd like to roll investigation.
I will go ahead and... okay. I was gonna say I'll give the help action to Swift, but I don't know if I got it in time.
Yeah, you did.
You were
got it.
trying. You were trying, so sure.
Okay.
How quickly they become adamant about wanting aid when they see they roll a 5. 18 and 19, is that right? 18, 19, yeah.
Yep.
Alright, so with an 18 and 19, as you look around the area, okay, yeah. You do notice that there is actually a I've lost the word. Basement? Is that the right one? It's the one on the bottom, right? Basement?
Yep.
There's a basement. Never had a basement. Never had an attic. Actually, no, that's a lie. I have had an attic, but I've never been in it. So a basement. There is a basement up under this ground level. that looks like it has been abandoned for the most part. It's very difficult to see. It is dark, and there's fog as well. You look around. You do see that what Lindsay was next to was a portion of the floor that has since kind of caved away from the stone, and up under it are a series of different kinds of bricks. Look around, you do find an old, actually not really old, an actual recent fire pit that has been snuffed out, looks like fairly recently. The embers, the slight glow, the smoke just fairly going off, and a canteen next to it.
Two canteens.
Indeed. You do notice Swift, as you are over here, that the area next to the fireplace, a small, like, portion of it, almost like a little circular area, is damp, and has this black, like, ichor on it, almost as if it's like sap or something. But dark, like really dark, like a ichor.
This has xenomorph written all over it.
Oh God. It's slimy. So. Oh, you're roboting. Oh.
Yeah, you're cutting out really bad. I can't even.
Rip the dream. Thunderstorm be gone.
Tap in chat if you can.
Oh.
Oh, there you go. You're back.
Oh.
Oh no, you're gone again. You were back for like a second, and then yeah, tap in chat. What you want to do? Because you're breaking up really bad. You can keep trying to talk. That way we can find out if it fixes itself. But yeah, it's not. It's bad. Yeah, it's not working.
He wants to sneak off into a corner with Linju. Let's go.
He wants to stab Linju.
Nah.
Do you see my pectorals? You cannot break me.
Oh God.
Yeah, we can't. I got nothing. Touch the black echo. Okay, yeah. So as you touch it, it kind of sticks to the sword a little bit, kind of strings out, and then just snaps into one puddle, kind of just leaving itself on the floor, and then another like smaller bit kind of stuck to your blade.
All right. Well, this would be around the time I cast detect good and evil again.
Okay. Yeah. So you cast detect good and evil, it goes up. You detect. Actually, this is a thing. This ground, you do not detect any of these creature types, but this ground has been hollowed.
Okay. So, hallowed means that it's been cursed?
Opposite.
Hallowed
Oh.
means that it's been blessed.
Oh.
It's sanctified ground. We're in a church.
We're on hollow.
Sanctuary! Sanctuary!
We got that part.
As I was saying, I just out she.
It let him come back long enough
It
to
let,
yell
it let
sanctuary.
you come back long enough for Sanctuary. That fucking sucks. But you fling it on the wall. Okay, cool. You fling it on the wall, and it just kind of flings from your blade and sticks to the wall. And kind of slides down just a little bit, but not much. It's really viscous. It's really thick. Taking Thiff out for sushi.
We're on hollow ground. What about the black ichor?
The Ichor does not ping as any of these creature types. It also doesn't ping off as being hollowed or consecrated. Oh, desecrated, not consecrated. Desecrated. Consecrated is what you are. All of it's been consecrated. Is that bad or good? Consecrated, hollow ground, that's, well, depending on who you are.
Yeah.
For the most part, good.
Well, Lady Thirf, you said that most rituals take place underground where they're harder to see. Does that count? Points at the entrance to the basement.
Yes, it does. Shall
Tally
we?
ho, then.
Did you just say tally ho?
No, absolutely not.
Tally ho!
Into the basement.
Okay, how you get into the basement? That's just brick.
I was going to ask, which way is the entrance to the basement that we saw?
Well, there was a massive hole that you were standing next to.
What, over here?
Yeah, there was that.
Oh.
But as you look around, you do see that there is, there's a staircase going down to the basement. So,
Aw, I thought we were going to do another falcon jump for no reason.
if you, it's not no reason, it is faster.
Looks over at Thiff.
The stiff has already started going down the stairs.
Yeah, I don't think those are the stairs. That's a brick wall.
Oh, okay. Where's the stairs?
Over here. These are the stairs. The stairs are right.
Oh.
Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Down the stairs we go.
These
Alright.
are really tight quarters, aren't they?
Are you still looking for traps?
Yes.
Okay, anyone looking for traps, roll me investigation.
I will grant the help action to...
The
God, I
bird.
hate having to choose. Okay, I'll give it to Swift.
Investigation, because I have popcorn.
How quickly she forgets my name.
Hiccups.
Oh, am I nothing but a hiccup to you? I'm so sorry.
Wait, I thought his name was Popcorn. Is he changing his name to Hiccup now?
No, hold on. Hiccups. Jesus starts having the hiccups for no reason.
So long, stealth. Hello, hiccups. Alright, so 11 and also 11.
I'd be the only one stuffed in here.
I don't really do that.
Neither do I.
I'm 18 feet long and 230 some odd pounds of muscle, and that's just my torso.
Yeah, your stealth check is still good, Dulce, Swift, so your stealth check is still good. Because I think you
Oh,
rolled
yeah.
20 something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty darn high.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
as you look for traps, you do not find any traps. You make your way down the stairs. Who's in the lead? Thiff, are you in the lead?
I guess so. Yeah.
The fifth is in the lead.
I'm just like sitting there with my blind sight open, just ready to pull her back at the first sign of danger.
That's a interesting point. I forgot about your blind song.
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah. So, as you're following close behind with your blind sight, Thief, as you make your way down the stairs, uh, um, your foot presses up against something, uh, something rough.
yeah.
Uh, but before you step on it, uh, I am fucking forgetting your name all of a sudden. Linju. Your blind sight actually does let you know this. There is uh, like a round object in front of Theft that she's about to step on.
Just reach out and like kind of hook an arm around her waist and pull her back.
What are you doing?
There's an object on the ground.
Can I see it with my blind sight?
Well, you don't
Not
have
blind sight, my dark vision. My dark vision. Sorry, I kept hearing Linju and just.
I am Linju. We are all
I-
Linju.
I live
No.
rent free in your head.
Uh, yeah, because the fog is down here, but it's it's kind of prevented from like actually kind of seeping in because of the walls that are left. So I would say your dark vision kind of gives you the ability to see something. Very difficult to figure out what it is. It's this round object. Your foot did kind of just barely touch it before Linju pulled you away, and it felt rough, like not smooth, like a rough texture to it.
Hmm.
And it's round. It's kind of bloated, like a half ball shaped, a half hemisphere,
Hold on.
or hemisphere. That would be a double, like a double.
Uh,
Negative.
I cast the light cantrip.
Oh, yeah. You cast light. I don't think I've ever seen you cast light before. That's so weird. You cast light. Actually, maybe you have. I don't know. Not in this game.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. So you cast. Are you casting on an object, or are you just casting like a potion?
She'll cast it on the end of her staff. Like on the little
I
spell.
forgot you had a staff. Holy shit.
Well,
Alright,
it's
so-
the flail, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So your skull flail staff lights up. Like
That can't.
like a fuck up Gandalf.
It's like Gandalf, but metal.
Gandalf, but emo.
We must face the long dark of Moria. While headbanging.
You can. The area is lit up. You can see now on the floor. There's this. What looks like a bloated, like hemisphere, bag of leather. That's bloated.
Oh.
It's got like a rough texture to it. That's visible.
Can I flip it over with the end of my staff?
Yeah, you can totally try.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, yeah, you kind of flip it over, and did your staff have a hook at the bottom of it? Because it's a little weird to try. Like, you ever try to move a hemisphere with a stick? Very difficult.
What? Oh, no, it doesn't have a hook. I'm
Okay,
just gonna try.
So
And...
it's a little finicky, but it will say eventually you do manage to like flip it over with your staff. It's like trying to move a ball with a stick. It's really
yeah.
But eventually you do like tip it over, and it kind of rolls over. And as you do, the bottom is metal. It's a metal bottom with like a leather wrapping on the top, making this hemisphere. And as it kind of flips over, kind of deflates a little bit. And as you flip it over, you hear like a little jingle inside.
Do I see anything else?
In the stairway, no.
And this is just in the stairway. It's not in an open area.
No. It was like it was on the stairway as you were walking down.
Oh. Thif is gonna carefully step around it. Actually, before she steps around it, she's gonna pick it up with Mage Hand.
Okay. Yeah, your mage hand picks it up. It's fairly lightweight. As your mage hand picks it up, you can hear the jingle inside of it. It's not very big. It's like maybe like 6 inches or so.
Early warning, maybe?
Maybe an alert. Sounds like there's a jingle in it, but I'm not sure. She's gonna put it down to the side and just motion them to keep walking.
Okay. Swift is following behind.
Okay. You push the wheeled leather hemisphere to the side, and you keep going down the stairs until eventually you come to what is the basement. There are several walls still standing. Some of them come knocked over. You see areas where storage would be still. Places where barrels of what would be food or meat would be placed for storage, but have since been removed. The area is dark, but well, anyone with dark vision can get a good feel about the area. There is fog down here, but it's not as thick as it is above, because there's a ground between you and up above, but the fog is seeped in through the cracks and the holes in the ground.
Oh shit!
Oh, was that thunder?
That was thunder.
Oh,
And it felt like it just.
Oh my god.
That was a close one.
Yeah, it's close. I can hear it.
I kind of felt the shockwave.
Well, you still have power, so that's a good sign.
Yes, it's a very good. Although I've honestly unplugged my stuff, so.
Oh yeah, good idea. I never do that. I'm bad about that. But yeah, so yeah, so there are still walls standing. Portions of them have cracked and fallen down, but for the most part, this area is structurally sound. Otherwise, the roof above would have long since collapsed fully. There is a wall kind of separating you from the rest of the area. And this is kind of where the mead and all that stuff was. Do you go in deeper?
Yes, but cautiously.
Okay.
Mhm.
Are you and Linju going to stealth, or are you just gonna cautiously, but ta-da? Okay, so go ahead and roll stealth.
14.
Going to make the attempt. It's probably not going to end well, but in before nat 20. God!
You son of a...
Yo!
Called it!
Call your shots, boys!
Alright, yeah, so Linju, you taking in the area, you're like, now is the time. And you have never moved as silently or slithered around as quietly as you are in this very moment. As the darkness envelops you, the fog encoding you.
Linju disappears into the fucking fog.
Theft, you do manage to, keep quiet by most people's standards. But Swift and Linju have basically just vanished.
I love the mental image of just 18 foot of snake disappearing and Thif suddenly being very, very concerned.
Where did... Oh, those two bastards. Okay. Now Thif thinks she's by herself. Listen, Thif is not the smartest.
Little does she know, Linju is like basically right behind her.
Hey, Thif.
Oh my god!
No, it's not even words. It's just a tongue flick right next to her ear.
What on earth is the matter with you?
Clever girl.
Don't know if our quarry's down here. Back into the fog.
You're the you. Ugh. Tries to grumpily go back into stealth and keep moving.
Amazing. Alright, so you make your way across this wall and basically come to a fairly opened up area. They're all bits of wall that have crumbled down. This is kind of why it's opened up as much as it is that some of the walls have kind of crumbled down. Your detect good and evil still doesn't sense anything. The area here as well is still hollowed ground.
Mm-hmm.
You do not. Well, actually, roll me perception. Go ahead and roll me perception if you're going to look for anything.
Throw her the help action with the 10 feet of blind sight that I have.
20.
21. All right. All right. Yeah. So as you kind of look around, still difficult to see, even with your blind sight, because it is a little foggy down here. But not impossible. And you kind of look around and you see this, just kind of out of the corner of your eye, kind of sitting behind a portion of the wall, kind of just laying up against it. You see the silhouette of this very large figure, and kind of this big, what looks like bulking shoulder, and several tendrils, just these dark tendrils kind of wiggling in the air.
Do I have any idea what this thing might be?
Roll an intelligence check.
Intelligence?
Oh, well. Yeah, we're just making intelligence just to cover all our bases.
Alrighty. 15.
Could be a few things. Could be a lot. A lot of creatures have tendrils. It could be some sort of semi-sentient plant that has kind of vine-like structures, but these look very small. These look smaller than that. The shoulder, like, it looks like a humanoid figure that doesn't seem to have noticed you yet. They're kind of behind the wall, so a lot of the person is covered, but you can see like this big bulky shoulder that's just kind of vaguely poking out, and these like tendrils kind of growing off of it, or attached to it, or part of it. It's all kind of covered in this dark, like shadow and shade, and it's obscured by the fog, so it's difficult to really get a good idea of what it is or how it's like all put together. But it does look like to be like a portion of like a pauldron, and these tentacles or whatever they are, tendrils, are kind of growing out of it, or they're attached to it, or they're going through it, or something like that.
Does my detect good and evil show anything with it?
Your detect good and evil does not ping up this being. You do notice that this individual does seem to be breathing kind of heavily. You do kind of like, you don't really hear any heavy breathing, but you do see that the motion, the motion looks like heavy breathing almost, which you don't hear.
Thif will stay where she is and kind of look back to wherever Linju and Swift are and kind of get their opinion on the thing of what's going on and what we should do.
As he sees her look back, Linju will just kind of appear out of the fog behind her, just...
Also, could be an octopus. That's something. Could be an octopus.
She's going to look over to Linju and just mouth, "What do we do? Or what do you think?"
Linju will kind of tilt his head, kind of peer into the darkness as best he can, shrug, and then point to his halberd.
So this person is like around a corner and I'm like seeing their shoulder.
Yeah, there's a portion of the wall that's like still, stable for the most part. It's still standing for the most part, but there's like a portion of it that's kind of broken off, and this is that little bit where you can kind of see the shoulder kind of sticking out of.
It's the Kool-Aid Man, this thing. It's unreal.
Oh yeah! But yeah, it's like a wall that's separating you three from them. And a portion of the wall has like this hole in it, and you can see this shoulder and these tendrils kind of flickering off of it through
Thick
this
is this
hole
wall?
in the wall. Well, give me a perception check because you didn't roll one, so you're not seeing this until Theft points it out.
I'm in darkness, so this is going to be disadvantage. This is going to be fun.
I'll give help. Woohoo.
No, you see, it's like it's only so big. You see, it can't be 2 feet. It's like the wall isn't very big or very thick. It's thick enough to be like a support for the roof, which is the ground floor. But it's not severely big. It's probably like a foot thick. It does appear to be stone.
Does it look thick enough to stop a rampaging python?
Depending on where you hit, who knows?
I'm sneaking around to the other side.
Okay, so you're gonna sneak around the wall and to where this being is.
Yeah, on the other side of this being.
Alright, so yeah. So there's a wall. Basically, the other portion where the other side of the wall would be is gone. So you just kind of slip around, kind of look over, and what you see is this individual. Well, roll me a perception check. It would be disadvantage because you don't have dog vision to see what all you kind of get like a good vision of.
Unfortunately, cannot see you to give you help action with it.
Doesn't it have light?
Oh, you have light.
Linju disappears back into the fog.
I completely forgot about the light. I believe she would have turned it off as soon as she hit the bottom of the stairs, but I don't know if that changes anything.
Well, if you would have turned it off before you got down here, okay, yeah. Otherwise, you were quite literally a shining beacon.
Yeah.
Alright, perception with disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay. So 10.
That's a 10.
That's average. That's good. All right. So yeah. So as you make your way to the other side of this wall and kind of looking at it, you see this humanoid individual. You see what looks like a builded. Let me actually just pull the fucking thing up. You see what looks like this builded man, tall, hulking. Behind this wall, he's got one arm that is kind of pointed away from you. And this is where the hole is in the wall, and it's got these tendrils just wiggling off of it, and they go all the way down his arm onto this what looks like a mace, but the mace is covered in these tendrils that are kind of flickering around in the air and wiggling in mass. So you're not really sure if it is a mace or if it's just a mass of tentacles. But the rest of him, apart from his shoulder down, looks like your average human, apart from how massive he is, because he's probably like 7 feet tall, and he's covered
Is he
in
breathing?
full plate.
Is
He
this
does.
thing like alive?
He is breathing. It's a little, it's a little difficult to see with the darkness and all that, but he does appear to be breathing. He appears to be waiting as well, and he's got one hand up, clutching this massive tome kind of clutched to his chest, and he appears to be waiting and looking for something or someone.
He is going to pick up a rock, and he is going to chuck it over in an area where nobody is at to see what happens.
Okay. What area? Go ahead and just pick an area for me.
I'd say right here.
That's where he is. Like, that's the wall, and that's where he is.
I'd say right about here.
Okay, so let me like paint out the picture for you, because you can like actually see the basement floor. So, the wall where this individual is right here. So you basically have walked around the wall. So you're basically right there, but the individual is standing right here. The hole in the wall is like right here. So you're seeing his left shoulder blade through the wall. So if you throw the rock in this direction, you're throwing it to you guys and away from him. Which I kind of get the feeling is the opposite of what you want to do.
Yeah, I would throw it towards him, not really at him, but just like
away from you, towards him, like against the wall over there someplace.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you reach down, you pick out like a piece of like rubble that's just from look around you, everything's rubble, and you throw it. It clatters against the wall. He kind of sees this, looks over, and he holds up his book, and you hear him cast a spell, or say an enchantment, and a beam of radiant light shines down where this rock landed, and just hits this area, and is now this brilliant light in this area, and it is sustained, and he's looking at it now, and he's kind of breathing. He's breathing hard, and he's looking at it, and noticing that there's nothing there. He's looking around now. But now this area where you threw the rock is now shining in this brilliant light, like a beam of about 10 foot wide.
But damn.
Angry.
Sorry, it looks like I was disconnected. My Wi-Fi just kind of went in and out. Hold on.
Oh, do I need to kick you out?
Yeah, kick me out.
Did you hear what I was talking? What I was saying?
I heard that he was he threw it and then giant beam of light.
Yeah. So Swift threw a rock. The individual cast some sort of spell, or did something, said some kind of enchantment, and a beam of light shot down where this rock landed. You two can't really see it because of the wall, but you know, there's a light like radiating out from the edge. So now you see that there was like some sort of light in this area.
I'm going to look at Linju and kind of look for confirmation. She's gonna kind of lean in and says, "I'm gonna confront them. Be prepared."
Linju will nod and then kind of slither his way to be just behind like the wall on the other side of this thing. At the first sign of conflict, he's gonna Kool-Aid man this motherfucker.
Oh yeah!
Thif is going to sort of like appear behind him, still behind the wall, and point her flail at this individual and says, "Well, I believe you have a lot of explaining to do."
All right, so
Is that out loud or telepathic?
Out loud.
okay, yeah. So you say that, pointing your flail through this open hole to him, or just through the wall? Just like get this off.
Through the opening, like
Okay.
she showed herself.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So you're not stealthing anymore. You're like, "Sup,
Yeah.
motherfucker?" Through this hole, and you kind of see the tentacles, the tendrils, which you're now next to it, and you can kind of see now that this area is kind of lit up. These are like these black, similar to the ichor that you saw up above, but they're like growing out of this shoulder, almost as if they're like, well, not out of, but like on top of and in. It's weird. It's a weird like thing to describe. How these tendrils are growing in and around and on top of it. And you see them kind of shiver and move around, and you hear this heavy breathing. Explaining, yes. More scent to find me, it seems. But I find you have some explaining to do yourselves.
We're here on a mission to figure out what's happened to all the kidnapped victims.
So, you've seen the bodies, hotels.
I have not. Yes. You wouldn't happen to know anything, would you?
I know enough. But perhaps you could enlighten me on what you believe the situation is.
I believe something's fishy going on. Something fishy is going on. And I might have to deal with that giant rock and that so-called gem that came out of it. However, I can't ignore the fact that your footprints were around the crime scene. Your move.
Do we know it was his feet?
She's assuming.
Oh.
Strange rock. Strange rock.
It looks as if it came from the sky, and apparently some kind of gem popped out of it. And now they have it over in the church in town.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion, okay. $15.
So, you leave the town, this strange rock, for kidnappings of corrupted individuals. Does that sound all right?
Yes.
Did you dare to think that individuals were already corrupted. Before.
I don't know. That's why I'm here.
Did you come alone?
No.
Lindrio breaks stealth. A gentleman never allows a lady to travel alone.
Swift will also step into the light.
So you're stepping away from the wall into this source of light on his side of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In that case, I'll just like, because basically you're like this, so I'll put you like right there. You can kind of get an idea of what he looks like now.
Huh.
Ah, look at that.
Huh.
They do.
Chef Biles, hello! Welcome, Raiders. Hello, how you all doing?
Uh-oh, he's got a health bar.
Hello, awesome. Welcome, Raiders. How you all doing? My name is Shepard. Welcome. We are in the middle
Swift
of
will
DnD.
look at the man and say, "Are you some kind of cleric?"
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for the follows. Hello, welcome. Greetings from the guard drinks. Greetings. Hello, I'm Shepard. Welcome to the flock. How you all doing? I'll be right with you in a moment. Yeah, so as you kind of cross this barrier into the light,
Hey, are you following me?
you see this individual now kind of fully. He
You're
is
muted.
I was muted.
Hey,
I got
are you
raided.
Following me.
Hello.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. So you kind of So you come
Hey,
into
are
the
you
light and you
following
see
me?
this individual in basically his full view. And he is this
Hey, are you
not
following me?
elderly, but like maybe late middle-aged man. He's got like this thick white graying beard, well, white beard. He's this 7-foot bulking man. He's got one arm up, clutching this book, which you did kind of see, like he pulled out as he cast this spell or said this incantation that caused this beam of radiant light to shoot down. And you see his other arm is in fact covered in these blackened Icarus tendrils that go all the way down his arm onto what you think is his mace and kind of grow out of it or make up his mace. And he notices you and he kind of turns. What I did for duty. And saving them proved not enough. I saved the
Saving them?
spirits.
Lindrio will kind of slither around
But yes,
into the
hello
light
everyone.
as well.
Welcome. Thank you for the raid. Hello everyone.
I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to clarify what you mean by saving them.
I think he said he tried to save him, but he couldn't.
They were already corrupted when you were there. What were they corrupted with?
A plague of the mind. A plague of some otherworldly entity.
Something that might be caused by a shiny rock that's in the middle of a church?
That everyone seems drawn to in almost unnatural fashion.
I
And
am unsure. The plague affects me now.
I'm guessing and point at the tendrils. That
He kind
is
of
part of it.
kind of looks down and gives like this slight nod. Despite my best efforts, I fear that my doings may have hastened what is to come.
What is to come? There's a next stage?
Whispers, madness, thoughts, not your own.
Deprives you of sleep.
Worse,
causes you to go crazy.
madness. You kind of see him squint a little bit, and he reaches up to his head with his hand that has the book in it.
Ninju's going to put his halberd into a defensive, relaxed stance and just be wary.
My time is not yet.
I'm sorry, what did he say?
His time is not yet.
Oh.
How soon do you think?
Unsure. Weeks. Days. Moments. But not now. Not yet. I have
What we
too much to do. An oath.
Believe we have a lead on what is causing this, and perhaps if we remove the source, maybe it will fix what has happened.
that priest covered their face. I never saw their face.
Hmm.
Suffice it to say, there may be a very real chance that when we return to the town, we return to a hostile environment.
Yep. Great. Alrighty. Looks like we have an entire town to deal with. You said your time isn't up yet, right?
No.
Then do you think that you'd be willing to help us end all of this?
Yes.
Well then, I think I know what our next plan of attack is. We need to head into town, get that giant rock, and destroy it.
If we can.
If we can.
If we can't, we'll have to take it far away.
No. Destroyed. Must be destroyed.
Destruction it is.
Destruction it is. Believe that's our strong suit.
Ninja will just smirk.
And he kind of looks to Thif. And when the time comes, my time will come.
As it does for everyone. whether it be by your hand or not.
With any luck, destroying the source of this plague may yet yield the cure. I'd rather not have to condemn any innocent lives.
I'd rather not have this thing spread anymore. Alright, I believe we know our attack. Let's get going.
He kind of looks to Lindru, this stoic face. None of us wish to condemn lives, but when given no other option, we do what we must.
Their lives may already be forfeited, and we don't, and nobody even knows it.
If it comes to that, then yes, we will do what is expected. But let us hope that destroying that stone may yet save them. There's no reason to draw blood until it's absolutely necessary.
And if it is, we'll do so efficiently.
Okay, so Swift is going to turn, and he's going to try to head out.
Okay, yeah. You begin to head out. He doesn't
With a new partner.
Woohoo!
In fact, he begins to follow you.
Yup.
But do you let him come in behind? Because let's be honest, did you trust him? Let's be honest.
Swift is going to stay behind. Did he actually give us his name?
No.
Oh,
You also never asked, so.
by the way, sir, what's your name?
So Reginald. Watcher. Vagrant.
Do I know a Sir Reginald? Just from my history?
Well, history.
$16.
16. Well, from your time in Hymno, you actually, the name Sir Reginald is the name of quite a few people. But you do know of one individual who had a similar name, who also was called the Watcher, or a Watcher. They were a paladin in Hymno. You never met them. You only heard that they traveled doing deeds against otherworldly beings, and they were a bit of an extremist. In that they believe that not even the celestial beings were to be fully trusted. And eventually, he left Hymno far before you even got there.
Yeah. Far before most things in my past happened, most likely.
Most likely.
Most likely. Alrighty, we'll have Swift keep an eye on him, and we'll start heading out. Words.
You all head out. You all head out. Swift taking up the rear. Sir Reginald in tow. As you leave the abandoned lookout post behind and head out.
He is gonna grab his equipment, all of his equipment.
Yeah. Of course. He doesn't really have much equipment. He has what's on his back, and the bed, and he just kind of leaves that behind. He grabs his canteen, makes sure the fire is put out properly, but he doesn't really have much else. except for what is on his person at the time. And as you all begin to leave, he kind of puts up he kind of bends down and puts up a sigil where you first entered, and says an incantation. And for a faint second, you see what looks like a barrier go up in the doorway where you were. That kind of just flickers for a moment. And he turns back around and nods and follows you.
Now we know why it's holy.
Merely an alarm. We should be on our way.
Agreed. And we will leave. And if that's okay, Shepard, maybe at some point on our travels we'll take a rest.
If you choose to, but that will be it for tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so congratulations. You all gain a level.
Woohoo!
You didn't kill him. Yet. Maybe. Who knows?
I get a feeling that we're probably gonna have to fight him.
No, that's sad.
But yeah.
Oh no, Linju took his words to heart that it could be literally be moments, weeks, or days, and is just trying to keep himself between this
Every
guy
waking
and
moment,
everyone else.
he could turn just like that. So yeah. Yeah, awesome. Congratulations, you gained a level. You found Sir Reginald. A very unique name.
Yeah, no.
But it fits. I think it fits.
Mhm.
Yeah. I hope you all enjoyed.
Thank you.
Yeah, so go ahead, have a like leveled up token prepared, but since you do plan on resting, you won't get it till after you rest, but just in case anything were to happen while you're asleep, don't level up this one. Have a separate one. Save this one, level that one up, and just in case. 'Cause you never know. You never know. Yeah. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for
Goodbye,
playing.
everyone.
I'll see you all next week. I think.
Bye, everybody.
Yes, I will see you all next week. 17th we won't play because I'll be gone, but next week we will play.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Snaky shenanigans shall continue.
Snake. Yeah.
Goodbye, everyone.
Farewell.
Bye.